So I was talking to a friend of mine. We were talking about Resident Evil. Resident Evil Revelations, this game right here. I have this on the 3DS. I also have it on the Wii U. I can't find my Wii U copy because it's probably in my brother's room, because that's where my Wii U is, because my niece and nephew are over here for, I think, about a week again. And it's over there because they like it, okay? I know it's a kiddie system. That's what they're playing on. But I have it for this. I have it for the Wii U. And it's coming out for the Switch. And Capcom, you guys this generation are the fucking re-release, rehash company, sons of bitches, hands down, okay? That's you guys. This game proves it. This game is now on everything. This game here is basically Skyrim of fucking Resident Evil. This game has showed up on everything. Same thing with Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6. If it was on that system, if it had came out like on the GameCube in that generation, it would basically beat Skyrim's ass. But fuck it, Resident Evil 4 has beaten Skyrim's ass because Resident Evil 4 is on more systems. But basically, Bethesda and Skyrim is basically like Capcom and Resident Evil 4. It's on every fucking thing, okay? And I want you to pay attention here, Capcom, because you're gonna end up with the Skyrim effect if you keep doing this, because people are getting tired of Skyrim already, okay? It showed up at how many E3s? Because, for fuck's sakes, they just won't let it die, okay? I have it on the 360, I have it on my Xbox One, and I will buy it on my Switch because I prefer portable to attach to a TV. That's just me. That's my preference. Don't shoot. Just realize that's my preference. I've gotten older. I'm more, able to play games as I'm able to move about the country versus have to sit in front of a television. That is just me. If you're able to sit in front of a television for hours on end, more power to you. That's not how I am. I am able to play a game if I'm able to take it with me. For instance, tonight, I was able to play Conception 2 because it's on here, and I was over at my girlfriend's house. Know what I'm saying? Able to play Mario Kart 7 because it's on here, and I'm over at my girlfriend's house. I do have a Switch, and I'm able to play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe because I'm over at my girlfriend's house, and it's portable. I can play Fate Excelia on the Switch because it's portable, and I'm over there. You feel what I'm saying to you? That is the more attractive appeal to that. Okay, that's why I would buy Skyrim on the Switch, is because it is portable, not because, I gotta make sure I have it on everything. That's not it. I'm not gonna go buy Revelations on the Switch just because, I gotta have it on everything. No. In fact, that is why I don't want to buy it, because there's no reason for me to have to buy your fucking game on everything. You get what I'm saying to you? But you're going to come back to that. You're going to come to be known as the Bethesda of, we got to make sure we have this game on everything when it's not even the greatest out of your repertoire of this game. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Resident Evil, this is not the greatest one. Granted, it probably helped reboot Resident Evil to where Resident Evil 7 happened, but it's not the greatest, okay? My personal preference for the greatest one is always going to be Nemesis. But that's because I love Nemesis. I've beaten it on PC, I've beaten it on PlayStation, I've beaten it on GameCube, I've beaten Nemesis on everything. I just love Nemesis, okay? The character, the fact that they made an entire game devoted to one BOW is why I love that game. And I love the fact that it's not really built around corny ass fucking dialogue. It's an actual game they sat down and put time and effort into. I love that game. And the fact that the ending is they destroy Raccoon City, who would not love that? But that's my personal preference. Now back to the reason on why I'm calling you out on this. Do you realize how many games you have, Capcom? Do you realize how many fucking games people are waiting on you to actually re-release? You're going about this the complete bitch way. That's why. People are waiting on you, patiently waiting. They are basically going, please let today be the day Capcom is not being a total fucking bitch, is how people are handling you right now. I've made videos talking about you in the past, Capcom, and I'm going to continue making videos about you, just talking about you. I made videos about how you had your panties up your ass and a tampon stuck there too, because you were going to say if, Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challenges, did not pass your idea of a good goal, you were going to say fuck the Switch. I made a video about that. I made a video talking about how your failure to meet your own goals with games that were only on PS4 and Xbox One made you talk shit on Nintendo. But you didn't have the balls enough to talk shit on PlayStation or Xbox with those two games. So you took it out on a system that was brand new on the market. I made a video talking about that. Now, here's the thing. You're re-releasing these games. That's fine. You're making Monster Hunters. That's fine. At least Monster Hunters is an IP that's not technically original, but it's it's not really a re-release, so I can't get too mad at that. But here's the thing. You want to re-release Resident Evil? Fine. It's just going to be Skyrim, but with zombies in some sort. My biggest issue here is the legacy of titles you could actually take just a hair bit more time with and possibly touch up in such a way that you could actually re-release them and people would actually spend more money on and you would sell more of than just a couple thousand units. That's the problem I have. You want to re-release this shit. Not a bad game, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad game. I've beat this game like 4 times, I played online. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, Capcom wants to skip over titles that are guaranteed millions. Guaranteed. Even if they re-release them and only sell them at $20, like they do with the Resident Evil games. Resident Evil 4 came out and it was $20 fucking dollars. 5 came out, $20. 6, $20 fucking dollars. This is going to be $20 when it comes out to the Switch. $20 when the second one comes to the Switch. $20. Now, what could I possibly be saying is going to would come out by them that could be $20, but would be guaranteed to sell more than Resident Evil Revelations? Well, for instance, if they did this, I'm not saying they're going to. Pardon me, but let's say if they did this. What if they even went into the Resident Evil vault and say they grabbed PlayStation's first-person shooter Resident Evil known as Survivors? What if they went into that vault and they grabbed Survivors, Resident Evil Survivors, and they touched it up and they brought it into 2017's graphics? Could you imagine that? Because, no, there's not been a port to the PS3. There's not been a port to the PS2. Survivors was only on the PS1. So, if they went and they grabbed Survivors from the PS1 and they updated the graphics to 2017 graphics, okay, and, with the Switch, it has the motion controls, and because it's first person, and you can play with the motion controls with this thing, and the Pro Controller. And even if they release it upon all of them, the PS4, the Xbox One, and the Switch, even if they put it on everything, it's guaranteed, I guarantee you, that game would outsell the re-release of this shit. Okay? Now let's say they go in the vault, and they grab this fucking thing. This isn't that bad of a game. It just has a couple bugs, a couple fucking problems with the save, and the fact you can't delete the fucking thing, so if you buy it used, you basically have to try to outbeat the last owner because you won't be able to save your fucking time. Say they go in there and they fix that. And even if they do the same thing and they release it upon all the fucking consoles, this game will still be had by a lot of people because this is the first fucking wave. But people will still go buy the re-release because, hey, I can have my own copy. I don't have to worry about other people's fucking saves. I can delete that shit and have my own. and it will outsell the re-release of this because they already have this more than once. Like I said, this has been re-released. Let's see, this one, the PS3, the 360, the PS4, the Xbox One, now the Switch, the Wii U. That's a lot of fucking copies, okay? So I'm thinking of it in a logical sense of, why don't you just re-release games that are only games that have come out maybe once or twice? And I could even be bringing up like Dead Aim or Operation Raccoon City. And Operation Raccoon City is an acquired taste. You don't have to like it. I thought it was good for what it was. I'm not into Call of Duty, but I liked Operation Raccoon City because it showed you a different angle of Raccoon City. And being that Resident Evil 3 is my favorite one, of course I liked Operation Raccoon City. Why wouldn't I? Okay? And again, we can take this conversation and flip it from Resident Evil. Capcom, you're sitting on Mega Man, Mega Man Legacy. Legends, my bad, I knew it started with an L. Mega Man Legends 1 and 2. If you took Mega Man Legends 1 and 2 from PlayStation and you brought those to 2017 graphics and released those with 2017 graphics on the PS4, Xbox One, and the Switch, you would see a huge sell. You would see a huge return. Even if you only sold those on a hard copy at $20 a pop, you would see a huge sell. It would outsell a re-release of this, okay? Again, I'm trying to help you here. And you can't say no, it wouldn't. It really would. You know how many people have been waiting for Legends 3? I'm one of them. I've played Legends 1 and 2. Me and a friend I went to high school with, I would go over to his house and we would play those two games non-stop. I even showed him I think it's Legends 2, where you can walk into his sister's bathroom cutscene, because I was like, what happens if you walk through this door? And it was an accident. He didn't even know you could do that, and he played that game more than I did. So, I've been waiting on that game, alright? Just like I've been waiting on Kingdom Hearts 3. So, there's a lot of fucking titles Capcom is withholding when it comes to the re-release. And I'm just sitting here like, why are y'all just re-releasing Resident Evil? You got Mega Man Legends, you got Mega Man Legends 2, you've got Resident Evil, fucking Resident Evil, I just said it, fucking the first person shooter game, Survivor, Dead Aim. These games are not horrible games, they just had problems, and if you brought them into 2017 and touched them up, especially with the graphics on Survivor, I guarantee you these games would outsell the game that you were trying to release now, because everybody already has them, especially when you do the Switch version of this. This is a 3DS. The 3DS is already fucking portable, okay? I'm telling you. Re-release those, Capcom. Re-release those, and I'm telling you, you will see money come in like you're printing it, okay? You'll see millions coming in, not just thousands. Oh man, we sold 400,000 Street Fighter 2 copies because it's a re-release with 2 new fucking fighters. But if you re-release Mega Man Legends 1 and 2, even if you sold it at $20 to $40 a pop, man, people would be lined up around the corners at Targets, Walmarts, GameStops, Best Buys to get their hands on that shit. It doesn't matter which system you would fucking put it on. Trust me, I would go to my girlfriend's house right now to steal my PS4 back just to fucking play it. That's all I got for you guys. I know this is an opinion piece, but I wanted to put it out because me and my friend were talking about this, and I figured I'm going to make an opinion piece on Capcom, because the last couple times I've been talking about them, I've been talking shit on them, because, pardon me, they've been in the news, and I figured I'm not going to talk about them when they're in the news. I'll talk about them in my own opinion. And I think that a lot of people have this opinion as well, because they've been watching them this generation, and it's just been re-release after re-release after re-release, And when they did release original IP, it really wasn't well received. And I know Resident Evil 7, Don't Shoot the Messenger, sold well, but even by Capcom standards, Capcom's, not mine or yours, Capcom standards, it didn't meet their fucking expectations. And same thing with the Xbox One games. What is it, Dead Rising? Dead Rising did not meet their standards. Doesn't matter about yours or mine, it's theirs. So, with that kind of information, I think we can take what I'm saying here as maybe they need to look into what I'm saying and what you're possibly thinking, so maybe you should say it as well. Deuces.